What if I told you that one of America's most iconic muscle cars has just made a comeback, and it's packing more power, sharper looks, and smarter tech than ever before? The 2026 Dodge Charger RT isn't just another refresh. It's a bold statement that Dodge refuses to let the muscle car era die quietly. With jaw-dropping performance numbers and a design that turns heads instantly, this Charger is already being called a game-changer. But is it really the beast enthusiasts have been waiting for, or just hype wrapped in nostalgia? Stick around, because the answer might surprise you. Setup: 1 to 3 min, 7,350 words. The Dodge Charger has always been more than just a car. It's been a symbol of raw American muscle. A name that instantly sparks images of power, speed, and presence on the road. And now, for 2026, Dodge has brought the Charger RT back into the spotlight, aiming to prove that muscle cars can still be thrilling in an era dominated by SUVs and electrification. This isn't just about another release, it's about keeping a legacy alive for drivers who crave attitude and performance wrapped in a modern package. From its aggressive stance to the way Dodge has reimagined its role in today's market. The new Charger RT isn't designed to blend in, it's designed to stand out. But what makes this launch so interesting isn't just the return of a familiar nameplate. It's the promise that Dodge has built something capable of going toe-to-toe with the competition while still staying true to its muscle roots. In just a moment, we'll dive into everything that makes this car such a big deal. The styling, the interior, the performance, and of course, whether it truly lives up to its absolute beast reputation. Rising action, 3 to 7 min. 340, 650 words. Now let's get into what makes the 2026 Dodge Charger RT such a headline grabber. First impressions? This thing commands attention before you even hit the ignition. The exterior design blends classic Charger DNA with a sharper, more aggressive stance. Wide shoulders, a menacing front grille, and sculpted lines that catch the light from every angle. It's a car that looks fast even when it's standing still. Dodge clearly wanted this to be a road presence, not just another sedan you pass without noticing. Step inside, and the Charger RT doesn't disappoint either. The interior feels like a real upgrade from what we've seen in the past. You're greeted with sport-bolstered seats that manage to be both supportive and comfortable, premium materials where it counts, and a driver-focused cockpit that makes you feel in control the second you sit down. Add in a massive digital display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and Dodge's latest Uconnect system. And suddenly, you're looking at a muscle car that embraces modern tech without losing its raw edge. But let's talk performance, because this is where the Charger RT really makes its case. Under the hood, Dodge has given it the kind of power figures that remind us why the Charger name has always carried weight. With horsepower pushing well into the 400s, a torque curve that delivers instant punch, and a tuned exhaust that growls in a way no sound system could ever replicate, this Charger is designed to thrill. The acceleration pins you back in your seat, while the steering feels sharper and more precise than in past generations. It's muscle, but refined enough to make it usable day to day. Of course, Dodge didn't ignore practicality. The RT manages to balance performance with usable space, offering a back seat that doesn't feel like an afterthought, a trunk big enough for road trips, and safety tech like adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, and collision warnings that bring peace of mind to all that muscle. It's proof that Dodge wants the Charger to be more than just a weekend toy. It wants it to be a car you can live with. Now, it's not all perfect. Enthusiasts may notice the weight. It's not the lightest in its class. And fuel economy, while improved, still lags behind some rivals. But Dodge seems confident that the trade-off is worth it. Because the moment you tap the accelerator, any doubts about efficiency quickly fade into that signature roar. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Dodge has hinted at additional trims and possibly even electrified variants coming soon. Could the RT just be the opening act for something even wilder down the line? We'll get to that in just a bit. But before we move on, keep this in mind. Design and power are only half the story. The real question is whether Dodge has managed to combine these strengths at a price that makes sense. Because if the numbers line up, this could be the most tempting muscle car of 2026. Climax, 2-3 Minokau, 2430 words. And here's where everything comes together, the real-world driving test. Numbers and specs are one thing, but the true measure of a car like the 2026 Dodge Charger RT is what happens when the tires hit the pavement. The moment you press the start button, the engine roars to life with a deep, chest-thumping growl that instantly makes your pulse quicken. Slide it into drive, tap the throttle, and suddenly, the Charger lunges forward with a force that feels almost explosive. 0 to 60 happens in just over 4 seconds, and you can actually feel the car hunker down, gripping the asphalt with confidence. But what's most surprising isn't just the speed, it's the control. Past Chargers were notorious for being powerful, but a little unruly when pushed hard. This time, Dodge has tightened everything up. The steering is sharper, the suspension feels more planted, and even through tight corners, the Charger RT feels balanced in a way that makes you forget you're driving a full-size sedan. It's still a beast, but now it's a beast you can tame. Of course, muscle car fans will be thrilled to know the sound hasn't been toned down one bit. Every gear shift comes with a satisfying bark, and when you floor it, the exhaust note fills the cabin with that unmistakable Dodge attitude. It's the kind of experience that reminds you why these cars still matter in a world leaning toward quiet EVs. And yet, there's the twist. Despite its raw power, the Charger RT is surprisingly livable. Daily commutes, highway cruising, even long-distance trips feel smoother than expected, thanks to Dodge blending performance with practicality. It's not just a weekend toy, it's a car you could realistically drive every single day. So here's the real question. Has Dodge managed to deliver the best of both worlds? Or is there still a trade-off that buyers will need to swallow? That's exactly what we're about to break down in the final verdict. Resolution and impact, 2 to 3 mine, 24-20 words. So, where does that leave us with the 2026 Dodge Charger RT? After everything we've seen and experienced, it's clear this isn't just another nameplate revival. It's Dodge reminding everyone that muscle cars still have a place in today's market. The biggest strengths are obvious. Bold styling that commands the road, an interior that finally feels modern and tech-savvy, and performance that delivers both raw excitement and newfound control. It's a car that looks the part, feels the part, and sounds every bit as aggressive as fans hoped. Of course, no car is without its drawbacks. The Charger RT isn't the lightest on its feet, and fuel efficiency remains a weak spot compared to more economical rivals. And for some buyers, the price, especially when you start climbing trims, may raise eyebrows. But here's the key. Dodge never built this car to please everyone. It built it for drivers who want attitude, power, and presence in a package they can still live with day to day. And in that sense, the Charger RT hits the bullseye. In the bigger picture, this launch is important because it shows that the muscle car isn't dead, it's evolving. Dodge has managed to modernize a classic without stripping away its soul, and that balance is rare in today's automotive world. For younger buyers craving something bold, or longtime enthusiasts who want nostalgia with a modern twist, this Charger delivers on both fronts. So the question becomes, does the 2026 Dodge Charger RT earn the right to be called an absolute beast? From where we're standing, the answer is yes. But what do you think? Is this the ultimate modern muscle car? Or are competitors like the Mustang and Camaro still holding the crown? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a review. Your opinion is what keeps this conversation alive.